Okay, in this video, I want to show you probably one of my favorite new tools that I found a little while ago and started to use it, and it has just simplified the way I create and logically think out the structure of my funnels, okay? And it really comes down to always remember what a funnel is. It's just an organized structure of events for a customer, just how we're going to take somebody, hold their hand from point A to point B and be able to track all that, okay? So funnelytics is a free software that you don't have to download anything. It's all online here. Funnelytics.io. I'll have the link around here so you can go straight to it. You can go through, you can watch some of the tutorial videos they have and so on, but I'm going to show you actually how it works. So as an example, let me go here, turn this off. I got a blank page up here. Let's say I wanted to structure a funnel that I'm thinking about, and I needed to know what I was going to do first. Okay, so first thing, what's nice is they've got these templates already here, and you just click on them, and they've got like what they look like. There's a generic page, download, opt-in, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to just pull this generic one, and you'll see that when I drag it and drop it, it goes right there. Now what's cool is I can change anything really on here with this little gear icon. So if I click on the gear icon, I can change the name. So I'm going to call this the squeeze page, just to keep it simple. If you spell squeeze right, squeeze page. So this means that it's my first one. Now what's really cool is if you wanted to, you can actually change the image. Like if you already have your own sites up, your parts of your funnel, if you click on this again, you've got the title of it. But if you paste the HTTP URL in here and then click generate thumbnail, it will actually change this to the actual image. It'll pull a thumbnail image from your web page. It's really, really cool. Okay, so and obviously there's a lot more. You'll notice there's a lot more really fancy stuff you can do on here, but I like it for the simplicity of just mapping something out that I can have a look at and structure it correctly. So I got a squeeze page, and basically the squeeze page is just going to get somebody to opt in. So there's a button on here, and when you click on it, you're going to see that I can pull. So the next page I'm going to have is the opt-in. So when somebody clicks on something here, it's going to pull down the opt-in, and I'm going to drop that right there, and you'll notice that it connects an arrow automatically. Okay, so I know that that's my opt-in form. Now with my opt-in form, if they opt in, the next thing they're going to go to once they've opted in, there's going to be a couple things that happen. I'm going to scroll down here. They're actually going to they're going to bounce then to my thank you page. So if I drop that thank you page in there, kind of organize that a little straight, there's what we got. So we got our basic squeeze funnel right here. Now, to think this out, what I like to do is I like to think this out. So what am I ultimately trying to do? You see I have a call to action down here, so they went to my thank you. So I'm ultimately trying to send them somewhere. So maybe if you go here, maybe I'm going to send them to let me see, a sales video or a sales page. Let's just go with the simple sales page. Okay, and it would bounce them right there. Okay, so ultimately, if I was to structure my funnel out, I got my squeeze, which gives them a little content. They opted in. They have, I gave them a thank you and so on. Now during this process, to really structure it out, I kind of have to think about, what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to probably get people to traffic, let's say emails. You see they got icons over here as well. I'm going to set up an autoresponder series. So what I would do, and let me just kind of we'll do this, and I know what that means. I know what that envelope means. So I'm going to get rid of the word just so it stays a little tighter. It looks a little better right there. Now, I want to show that this opt-in is connected to this, so I click here, it's this little arrow thing. I drop it until it turns like yellow or whatever, and it goes there. And I'm going to have a 3 opt-in series that's going to come to somebody. Okay, so the 3 emails that are going to come once someone has opted in. Okay, so once they opt in, they're going to get these delivered in their inbox. But ultimately, what I want to do is each one of them, especially this last one per se, is going to point to the sales page. This one per se is going to point to the sales page. This one is going to ultimately point to the sales page. Okay, So this is just designating this as what I know it needs to be. Now, if I wanted to, to drop this down, what's cool is you can see how that'll statically go with it. Okay, maybe I'll like it like that a little better. Now my sales page, okay, the thing is you can actually expand on it. Now the thing is I need to know, like a lot of times I'll look at this too and go, okay, what are my traffic thing? What's my traffic going to be? So I might be running a small AdWords campaign, and I'm going to connect that so I know that I got AdWords going to it. What else I got? Let's say I'm going to run some Facebook ads. I'm going to drive that there, and I'm going to partner that up with some Instagram ads. And you see I actually forgot to unhighlight that. I just clicked that. So I'm using AdWords, Facebook, and Instagram to drive traffic to my squeeze page. Now, here's the cool part is this allows me to look at this from a visual perspective and see exactly what I have mapped out that I'm going to do. And you can, what's cool is you can push on these plus and minuses, make them bigger or smaller, right? The other thing too is if you wanted to delete maybe just a section, you can click on it and delete it and it'll pop it out of there. Okay, it obviously unconnected everything, but and I haven't found a redo button on here, but we'll just assume I'll just drop another page in there real quick and just and connect it again. But you get the idea. So I'm going to just quickly do this. And the other thing is what's nice is if you highlight, like if you press down and you do a kind of a drag, it'll highlight the whole thing. And as long as you'll see that little cross that comes up when I mouse over to the elements, I can move this entire thing around. Okay. Now I'll give you another. So I just wanted to show you this because this is really a great way to structure, how you have things. Okay. So let's say somebody went to the sales page and there was another option on here to where they maybe took the call to action was also an upsell. Okay. I would connect that. Okay. Because I didn't think of this one, but I want to be, I want to get a little more profit out of my funnel here. So I created, an upsell. I'm going to name it upsell 1. Oops. So I've got my upsell 1 right there. And if I do that, then maybe, then the upsell structures them to the members area. Okay. So now I got the members area. So obviously the best part about something like this is it gives you the whole visual perspective of building out a funnel without having to take the time to kind of make a page and make another page and so on. So you can kind of look at what the flow would be. So that a person that comes in here, they're going to hit here, they're going to hit here, hopefully they'll get here. You know where they are kind of on the customer journey and so on. And as an example, on the members area, let's say I want to use all these. I'm going to just copy these, say a little duplicate, and I'm going to drag those over here. And with the members area, I'm going to deliver 3 emails. I'm going to deliver 3 emails from the members area once they're there, because I know that they bought here. They were pushed onto a new, probably a new autoresponder, and I'm going to put 3 emails there. And the other thing too, check this out, is if you wanted to, you see this little A, you can actually click it, which makes it highlighted. And you'll see it's kind of a change my mouse. But these are my auto responder emails right there. Okay, so I've got these, and then if I wanted to move that around, I could just highlight it. And then these are maybe over here. I wanted to write something else. I could put thank you emails. You and training. Oops. Thank you. I think I'm on the wrong. Oops. I might have gone off the board here. So these will help me to understand that these are my thank you emails from somebody who went there, and maybe I'll add some training stuff. So ultimately, obviously, not to go over this too many times, but you have the ability to go in and map it all out and mess it up on this. Okay, that's the best part, is you can mess it up on this, and you didn't save yourself. You saved yourself plenty of time to not have to do anything. Okay, now I want to show you something really cool. If you notice, there's a save button on here. You can actually save this and just save it as, like I have it labeled as a squeeze funnel, or you can save it as a template, which would add to this folder right here, or you can export it as a PNG. So you probably noticed that I've used some of these because I've built them out. When a PNG just means that there's no background to it, there's no white background, so you can put these on any background, and they're really good for obviously putting into your PDFs, using as your images and structuring it out. So if you were to ever give a presentation of what you were doing with, you know, your company, your business, your networking thing, whatever, you can actually map it all out, download this as a file, and then put it in your PowerPoint, and it looks really nice, really professional, and so on. And then you could just kind of explain each part of it. So I would highly recommend you get Funnelytics. It takes probably about 15 minutes max to learn, you know, just go in here and mess around and so on, and you'll be good to go. And I know I wanted to show you one more thing real quick. I'm gonna highlight these, maybe. No, I'm not, I gotta back it out here. Oh, I gotta take this off, that's what I was doing. Okay, so I highlighted it all and I deleted it. The nice thing is once you have templates saved, like if I save that as a template, I can actually go in here and say, okay, I've got a, let me see here, I've got a squeeze page funnel that I already built. It's going to load here in a second. It should. If not, I'll just drag it and drop it again. There we go. So I have this generic squeeze page funnel. Actually, I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to use this one because I see that I already add traffic to it. There we go. So I've got this one right here. Okay. But at the end of the thank you, maybe I wanted to drive them to a webinar. So I'd already built a webinar funnel. So I'm going to take this, and if I don't have the plus sign when it goes over to this side, it's not going to add. And I drop that there. Okay. And so you'll see this. Check this out. And now, because I know that I already built, so I already built a webinar funnel, right? It's all structured out. And I'd already separately built a squeeze page funnel, but with, like, you know, the click funnels or things that I use, I could just duplicate this and duplicate this in ClickFunnels. So the funnels are already pre-made, pre-done. If I do just make one, and now I've got I can see how I've mapped this whole thing out. So I can see exactly the structure of everything that I need, you know, to make sure is in the right places. So when I'm mapping it out, I'm going from point A to point Z. I can see exactly what I need, what needs to be fixed, and so on. And here's the thing. Yes, this does look like a little bit of work, and potentially could be, but once it's set it, it's like the Ronco, you know, the rotisserie chicken thing. It's set it and forget it time, because now it's just a matter of when somebody comes out the back end of your sales page and makes you $1, you know, makes you $2, $5 or whatever, how much did it take to get that person to go through this whole process? So if I spend $1 and I make $2 and it's completely automated, how many dollars do you want to give me, right? That's the whole process. So it takes a little bit of time. This will help you map it out, make your mistakes on your paper here, and you'll be good to go. So I'll see you in the other videos. Thanks.